CNN has reportedly leaked sparring footage of Gervonta Davis getting rocked by Curmel Moton. The alleged footage, which has rapidly gone viral, has ignited discussions and speculation within the boxing community about Davis's vulnerability and Moton's potential.
Yeah, go right hand, right hand. Shoot shot, pull your everything work. We're here to work, Herbie.
Can't score points on defense, Ken.
Moton has already achieved significant recognition in boxing, guided by his mentor Floyd Mayweather, and has been training at the renowned Mayweather Boxing Club gym. In another video, Curmel Moton is seen completely destroying YouTuber Jarvis in a sparring session. This video has surfaced showing the 3-0 prospect sparring with YouTube boxer Jarvis, whose full name is Jarvis Johnson. Jarvis is an influencer who has previously sparred with Mayweather to gain experience for his own career. Even though he was taking it slow and was only using his left hand during the practice, Moton looked like a complete class above. The American opened fire on his opponent, hitting Jarvis in the head and torso with powerful single left hooks. Jarvis was unable to return fire. The relentless assault persisted as he delivered 2 solid left hooks, driving the influencer back onto the ropes and forcing a retreat.
Yeah, good defense. Now walk left to right. Walk left to right, killer. Walk left. All right. Yep, keep walking. There you go.
The 17-year-old teenager was hardly touched by his training partner, whose hooks missed the target by a wide margin. Moton himself wrote, "This was for a YouTube video. I've been in there with the best at 126, 130, 135, and 140. I sparred Robaisi Ramirez yesterday." Jarvis himself responded to the footage by adding more context. "Bro, I had to spar 9 other guys before this too. Curmel was the final boss." The influencer has experience in the ring, boasting 3 wins and 1 loss to Anderson Gibb in the influencer space. Nevertheless, Moton continues to be quite good and has a promising future. The American has fought professionally 3 times, winning each match with ease, and has already garnered a social media following of 500,000. Under Mayweather's guidance, he has a promising career ahead of him and has already sparred with notable names such as Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. If you can impress the legends of the sport, you're clearly doing something right. Floyd Mayweather is filled with pride as he watches Curmel Moton develop into a remarkable fighter. Moton, a longtime pupil of the pugilistic legend, is a true embodiment of the word wonderkind. At the Honda Center in Anaheim earlier this weekend, Moton defeated Nikolai Buzolin via knockout in just 2 rounds. Although Moton's adversary, Buzolin, was not among the boxing elite, Mayweather appeared satisfied with his protege's performance. The broadcast captured the two, sharing a heartwarming embrace as they celebrated the victory. Nonetheless, it appears that the 47-year-old was confident in his protege's capacity to defeat the Russian. Before the match, during an interview with DAZN, the ex-world champion showered praise upon the young teenager. He recalled sensing Moton's immense potential years ago when the boy first stepped into Money's gym as a mere child. "When he walked into my gym, I think he was like either 8 or 9 years old. He could have even been 6 or 7, but he was a young kid. From the beginning, I could see a lot of talent in this kid." Money claims that Moton's hunger is what makes him unique. Mayweather also mentioned he was working with his father and so many different trainers around the gym. "Very, very talented kid, and I'm happy that I'm able to be a part of his life and take him to that next level. He wants to be great. He has boxed so many different champions throughout the years, even as an amateur. I just want the best for him. So much talent." Floyd Mayweather stands as a phenomenon, a rarity in the world of boxing. Since his retirement, the sport has eagerly anticipated his successor. Now, that successor might have emerged in the form of Curmel Moton, a name Mayweather himself acknowledges as embodying his own legacy. Known for his speed, counterpunching prowess, and remarkable adaptability, Moton has yet to make his professional debut, but has already sparred with top-tier fighters like Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. In a recent interview, Moton discussed the distinctions between himself and these established champions. Mayweather continues to churn out exceptional boxers with remarkable consistency. Initially, there was Davis, followed by Shakur, and now the spotlight is on the latest talent, Moton. The question lingers, who among them reigns supreme in the ring? And where does Devin Haney fit into this discussion? Moton's enlightening interview with Aki TV sheds light on these burning questions. During the interview, Curmel describes the 2 fighters as being on opposite sides of the spectrum with totally different styles. While describing Shakur, he said, "He takes his time, but he is like in your face putting his rangefinder out there." And when it came to Tank, Curmel explained, "Tank, he moves around, and he waits and then explodes with shots. He likes to fight in spurts." Curmel continues by saying that exposure to such a wide range of boxing techniques aids in his improvement as a boxer. Later in the interview, the topic of who would win became more prevalent: Shakur, Davis, or Davin Haney. Though Curmel was hesitant, he decisively answered by saying, "I would have to say it's between Tank and Shakur." He explained that at the end, they will vanquish every rival and be left with only the two of them. Meanwhile, we know that Gervonta Davis is a man high in demand these days. He is now looking set to feature in a lightweight unification fight later this year. After more than a year away from the ring, the 29-year-old Baltimore native made his WBA World Championship defense last month by stopping previously unbeaten Frank Martin in 8 rounds. Fans are most interested in watching tank matchups between WBC champion Shakur Stevenson and IBF champion Vasily Lomachenko. Recently, Stevenson successfully defended his title, though many saw it as lackluster, and reaffirmed his intention to go up against another champion. Kenny Ellis, Davis's co-trainer, made waves on social media after the fight, revealing that Lomachenko, previously in talks for the match, graciously agreed to step aside, paving the way for Shakur's bout to proceed as planned. He said, "Breaking news. Lomachenko said he will step aside and let Gervonta Davis fight Shakur Stevenson this fall, and he'll fight the winner early 2025. Given that the Ukrainian is far older than the other two champions, it felt like an odd move on his part." Bob Arum, the mastermind behind Top Rank, who steered Loma and guided Stevenson until their contract expired this weekend without renewal, dismissed the news as fabricated, informing boxing scene. Arum said, "Let's not jump any guns. These guys make up shit." Top Rank Vice President of Boxing Operations, Carl Moretti, echoed the notion. He said, "So, some bucket carrier is saying Loma doesn't want the fight now? Make it make sense." According to Arum, Lomachenko would soon be traveling to the United States to carry on the conversations he had begun with his management, Agus Klimas. Lomachenko, a seasoned 3-weight world champion, now reigns as the IBF lightweight title holder following a masterful display that harkened back to his prime, outshining former title holder George Kambosos Jr. In the 11th round, relentless body shots from the Ukrainian forced Kambosos' corner to throw in the towel, marking the first time he had been stopped in his career. In a dramatic comeback, Tank re-entered the boxing arena last month, marking his return after over a year since defeating Ryan Garcia. This time, he squared off against the undefeated American contender, Frank Martin. In classic fashion, WBA champion Davis followed his trademark strategy, conceding the early rounds before ramping up the pressure on his opponent. This tactic not only tested their physical endurance, but also wore down their mental resilience. In the 8th round, the native of Baltimore finished his opponent with a stunning straight left and an uppercut. Tank made it known prior to the fight that Loma was on his hit list, and negotiations have now begun for a fight that is scheduled for the end of the year. Oscar De La Hoya, speaking with ES News about the potential unification bout, believes the moment is ripe for Davis to overthrow Lomachenko, asserting his belief in the matchup's timeline and significance. He said, "I think it'll be a good fight, but I do think that Tank with the youth and with Loma kind of losing a step, and I don't say that with any disrespect, it just happens, it just does. Father Time catches up to you. But I think it's the perfect time for Tank to dethrone Lomachenko, but it will be one hell of a fight." Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather has shared insights into Gervonta Davis' sparring sessions with Curmel Moton. Normally confined within the secretive confines of gym walls, this tale takes a different turn when Mayweather's protege, Curmel Moton, squares off against Tank Davis. In the ring, it felt more like a strategic chess game than a mere test of physical prowess for Moton, a young boxer with only 2 professional fights under his belt. Reflecting on this unique challenge, he ponders whether it pushed him to new heights of skill or simply tested his mettle in unforeseen ways.
When you sparred with him in the last fight, a lot of people knocked his boxing ability. Can you allude to how much boxing ability and skills he got?
Yeah, Tank definitely. He got a high boxing IQ. A lot of people definitely speak on that. Tank's very fast, got great footwork, good foot speed, and yeah, I feel like Tank's more of a not necessarily I say defensive fighter. He works off his counters a lot, but he like to fight off the back foot and suck you into his big shots.
Curmel Moton recalls a crucial point in his budding boxing career, his sparring session with Gervonta Davis. Davis, his rival, wasn't present to subdue the youthful contender. Rather than focusing on keeping up with Moton's speed, Davis made the workout a dynamic interchange of quick moves. Amazingly, Davis didn't use all of his might. Moton compares it to a chess match, which is a good analogy for the mental competition that took place between them. This sparring match was more than just blows being exchanged. Moton clearly treasures this priceless meticulous instruction in boxing technique. In the end, he emphasized the joy and contentment this one-of-a-kind experience offered.
Like, trying to knock me out or nothing like that, but we was going like, he was using the speed on me.
In the world of boxing, the tension between strategic finesse and the crowd's thirst for raw aggression presents a distinctive hurdle for athletes like Moton. They navigate a quest for acclaim in a sport where nuanced tactics frequently struggle to captivate. Let's delve into a sparring session from back in 2015 featuring Curmel Moton, then 9, and Robert Mayweather, 10, engaged in an intense duel. The buzz. Allegations surfaced of Floyd Mayweather overseeing these budding talents. But was it truly Mayweather in attendance? Curmel Moton himself took to social media to dispel the rumors. What did he disclose? And why does identifying the onlooker carry significance? The tweet that took boxing fans back to a gym scene in 2015 is at the heart of this virtual ringside. A user posted 9-year-old Curmel Moton sparring with 10-year-old Robert Mayweather back in 2015, with Floyd Mayweather in the other ring shadowboxing. This statement set the scenario by suggesting that the legendary Floyd Mayweather witnessed the aspiring artist's first tries.
Step in, right in front of it, and leave my head moving. Change your height. Drop down to the bottom. There you go. Now where there it is. And I need a hook down after that. Come on. Get active. Straight stick, right hand. Get active. There you go. Shoot your uppercut. Let it get through it. Move your head. Make it go for it. Chin down. Way to work. Now jab your way through. Robert, jab. Get in there. Get in there. Mix it up. Get in there. Confidence gone. Ain't like this coach over there. Hey, good work, y'all. Good work, fellas. Get paint on him. Go to the body. Jab that to the body. Keep going. Give me 2 of them. 2 of them. You need more than one. Give me a double right hand. Hey, 2 of them. 2 of them. That's what I'm talking about. Get your distance. Right. Get in there. Back in there. There. Back in there. Don't let him out. Back in there. 1, 2. Again, lead with it. 1, 2, 3. Right hand up. Right hand up. Get back in there. Get in there, Robert. Right now. All right, you let him down. There you go. Ain't no door in there. Give me 5 seconds. Keep working. Double your left hook. Get in there. Walk over with your left. Double hook right there. All right, mix it up. 30 seconds. Let's stop, Robert. Get in there right now. Right now. Good. Hurry up. Robert, go. There it is. Keep working, Robert. Keep working, right back to work. All right, good work.
Curmel Moton, with an unblemished record of 2 fights and 2 knockouts, swiftly stepped into the spotlight to set the record straight. His keen eye for detail, both inside and outside the ring, was evident when he tweeted in response, "That's Tank, not Floyd." This succinct yet powerful correction redirected attention from Mayweather to Gervonta Davis, another prominent figure in boxing and a key member of Mayweather's training camp. Notably, Moton and Davis have sparred before, an experience Moton likened to a strategic chess match, an engaging and enlightening exchange for the young boxer. Curmel Moton's journey took a fortuitous turn when he found a mentor in none other than Floyd Mayweather. Since making his professional debut in 2023, Moton has clinched 2 impressive knockout victories, establishing himself as a rising star in the boxing world. While luck played a role, Moton attributes much of his success to factors beyond mere chance. In a revealing interview with Cigar Talk, he delved into the circumstances that drew Mayweather's attention, recounting his personal journey and the pivotal moments that led to their close bond. Discover what captured Mayweather's interest and forged their formidable alliance. When Moton, just 9 years old, joined Mayweather's camp alongside another promising young boxer who had caught money's attention earlier, it was a moment etched in his memory. Moton recalled bringing along this younger boxer, about 8 or 9 years old then, who, like him, frequented the gym among seasoned pros. Their visit to Floyd's training camp included a brief chat with the man himself, a prized photo opportunity, and even some spirited sparring sessions that left an impression on the seasoned fighters present.
Really, it happened. I had another boxer that was down here at the time. He was like in a position I am with Floyd, but like he was younger, so he was just like he was probably about 8 at the time or 9.
Yeah.
And he was always in the gym with all the pros and stuff. And so I came down here with him, and he in Floyd's training camp, and I started just watching. And then I spoke to Floyd one time. I got a picture with him. And then I had sparred some of the guys that be around the gym.
Yeah.
And I put hands on them.
Moton triumphed over his teammates during a sparring session, although Floyd was absent. Soon after, Moton began frequenting the gym. Reflecting on those days, he remembered initiating his training shortly thereafter. Moton started honing his skills around the tender age of 9 or 10. Even then, the pros took notice, impressed by his sharp abilities. Moton recalled how news likely reached Floyd, leading to their eventual encounter where Floyd warmly greeted him as Lil Champ, fostering a bond ever since. Moton has since maintained his gym routine faithfully, showing gratitude to both Floyd and the gym.
I guess word probably got back to Floyd, and then eventually one day I seen Floyd, and he was just showing me love,
Like you knew who you was already?
Yeah, he was like, oh, Lil Champ, what's up, all that, and then, yeah, and I've been just solid with them since then. Just been loyal, been training at the gym, always repping them, so,
Gervonta Davis stands prominently among the elite pound-for-pound champions of the boxing world. Emerging as a formidable prospect, Moton is poised to carve his own legacy in the ring, drawing comparisons to a new era of excellence dubbed Tank 2.0 by his fans, a nod to his roots in Floyd Mayweather's esteemed gym. During an interview with Najee, Moton reflected on embracing the nickname during his formative years in the amateur circuit. Back then, he welcomed the comparison, seeing it as praise for Davis's remarkable abilities. But Moton's outlook has since evolved. He now strives to forge his own identity. His mindset has shifted, affirming his desire not to be perceived merely as a reflection of another. Instead, he's determined to chart his own course and earn recognition in the realm of sports. In the past, he embraced the comparison, interpreting it as admiration for Davis's exceptional talents. However, Moton's perspective has transformed over time. He now endeavors to establish his distinct identity. His mindset has pivoted, affirming his aspiration to be more than just a mirror image of another. He's resolute in carving out his own path and garnering acclaim in the world of sports. Moton garnered backing from renowned personalities such as Errol Spence Jr., Shakur Stevenson, and Rolando Romero. Yet the pinnacle of Moton's endorsements arrived courtesy of none other than the iconic Floyd Mayweather. The champion said, "We don't know who's going to be the next Floyd Mayweather." He further added, "But I truly believe this could be the next Floyd Mayweather." Floyd isn't just imparting his boxing legacy to this rising star, he's entrusting him with it. By placing Curmel Moton's name alongside Tank, Floyd has bestowed high praise upon the young boxer. While such a claim from a legend might unsettle many newcomers, Curmel Moton remains unfazed. Moton talked about the pressure he's been under since people keep comparing him to people like Money and Tank. He said, "I can handle the pressure. I've been putting work in my whole life and I'm used to it." He's dedicated countless hours to meet these lofty expectations, grappling with them every step of the way. Pushing himself to the edge in training, he finds motivation in the footsteps of legends. Not many can claim the privilege of being mentored by the iconic Floyd Mayweather Jr., but Curmel Moton, a rising star from Utah, is among the fortunate few. At only 18 years old, Moton made his mark by defeating Nikolai Buzolin on the undercard of the Nate Diaz vs. Jorge Masvidal bout, demonstrating his promising future in boxing. After his standout victory, promoter Floyd Mayweather announced that Moton will step back into the ring for another match on the undercard of Mayweather's exhibition rematch with John Gotti III. As a standout from Mayweather Promotions, Davis emerged as a leading figure in the post-Mayweather era, potentially signaling Mayweather's search for a new star to elevate his promotion. Talking about Moton's upcoming fight, Mayweather expressed his admiration for the boxer and revealed, "A lot of my fighters are fighting in Mexico on my undercard of my exhibition. Curmel and 6 or 7 of my fighters I got fighting." In a recent tweet with a short video clip, Mayweather was captured exiting, smiling while exchanging greetings with acquaintances. Accompanied by his security team, the former world champion followed Curmel Moton after Moton's impressive victory.
An entire stadium cheering for you. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great. I feel the atmosphere. It just definitely gets me more. I just want to go out there. I'm ready to fight again. It felt great, so I just love it.
You fought a guy with 18 fights that has more knockouts than you have fights. How did it feel? You stopped him.
Yeah, he definitely had that experience. Him being older too. But I knew it wasn't going to help him at all. I knew I was ready. I believe in my skill set and what I'm able to do in the ring. So it showed.
You have the greatest fighter of all time in the locker room with you. He came to talk to you before the fight. What did he tell you?
Just told me, there's no pressure, just like a sparring match. Go out there, take my time.
Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.